Good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to call the meeting to order.
You look way too laid back.
It is 4:30. I'd like to say welcome to those of you that are in attendance here today or listening in. Let's begin by standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. A moment of silence and followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. Please join me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. If we could have a roll call, please.
Brad Hint. Here. Ken Snyder.
Here.
Pete Hamill. Wayne Barahona.
Here.
Tom Eggers.
Here.
Second item is the approval of the agenda. You have that before you. I'll take a motion.
So moved. Support.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Eggers.
Aye.
Snyder.
Aye.
Barahona.
Aye.
Hint.
Aye.
We now move on into the public forum portion of our meeting. Is there anyone here that would like to address the council at this time? Harvey, please step forward, state your name. When you get to the mic, please. And limit...
Can you hear me?
We can hear you, yes.
My name is Harvey Bowman. I'm from 1521 Pine Street, Sheldon, Iowa. US 5530193. Never mind that. That's my serial number. Anyway, I'd like to speak about the coming orders of the what Mr. Corker has been working on for quite some time and doing a good job on it. And I would like to say that I'd like to have these particular ordinances enforced. I have enough of the thistle here for everybody in here. I've been saving it for 2 weeks. I was here 2 weeks ago. You wish to have some. Canadian thistle. It grows taller than myself. Very pretty red flower on the top of it. Nice parachutes that come off the top of it. I get it. I don't want it. Do I let it grow and let it go to my neighbors? Maybe I should. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Harvey. Any other comments at this time? All right, then let's move on to the approval of the consent agenda.
So moved. Support.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Hint.
Aye.
Barahona.
Aye.
Eggers.
Aye.
Snyder.
Aye.
All right, we have no old business, so first item under new business is the consideration of a request for the Vintage Bike Parade. Greg DeYoung. Greg is not with us today. We do have his letter, which is pretty much self-explanatory. As I understand it, he's looking for approval to close a couple streets off on Thursday, June 15.
So Mayor, for clarification.
Not to close street.
Oh, okay.
He's not looking for traffic control. Just looking for the ability to drive unlicensed bikes on
On the
certain
route. Yeah, okay,
just like
very good.
Just like last year.
You were going to ask a question, Tom?
Nope, Sam answered it, thank you.
No, okay. Any other questions or comments on this? Then I would consider a motion to approve this request.
So moved. Support.
Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Snyder.
Aye.
Eggers.
Aye.
Farahona.
Aye.
Kent.
Aye.
All right, next item up, discussion regarding insurance renewals. Larry Smith's with us from Perspective Insurance. Hello, Larry, thank you for coming.
Larry Smith from Perspective Insurance. Thank you for having me. I think we put a few documents in your packet showing the upcoming renewals. The health insurance, I think we saw a pretty good renewal there. Couple of policies combined, and it looks like the overall increase on that portion will be about 8.7%. That's a projection based off of future claims, and so that's pretty close there. The next page kind of reviews that, all three of them, and shows you that, again, the health insurance is 8.7. The property portion was about 9%. It is up a little more than that, but that's because of exposure, which you'll see on the overall rate sheet that's also attached. One thing we definitely want to point out is that work comp mod is dropping from 0.88 to 0.84, and really have to credit your department heads, your employees. That's based off of claims and keeping safety involved, and everybody doing a wonderful job. That work comp portion keeps the overall rates down substantially. You're actually paying off of what the base rate of the state, which most people would pay. You're paying about 55% of that premium. You get a lot of discounts because of your good claim status, your longevity with the company. Just phenomenal amount of discounts available to you for your loss credits and longevity discounts. As far as that third sheet that's in there that shows the overall premiums, you can see that the renewal amounts. Down below, it shows that we increased property values of the buildings and some contents and those things. So vehicle values, of course, have gone up. And the work comp payroll, we talked about the work comp being down, the overall premium is up, but that's only because of increased payroll. Okay, so as we've discussed, some raises, some added employees, increases that overall premium. So the actual premium increase was right at 9%. In today's insurance market, great renewal. ICAP has been a good carrier for the city. It's represented by city employees, by city administrators, and sits on the board and represent each and every one of you. So they've done a great job, and as far as from Perspective Insurance, we'd like to thank you for your continued business. And any questions?
Is that 8.7% increase, is that bigger than we've experienced in the last few years?
Is that larger?
Yes, a larger percentage increase, it seems.
No, it's been pretty consistent in 10 to 12. I can't tell you right off what the city's was last year. I don't remember off the top of my head, but that's pretty typical. Actually, we're seeing about 13, 14 on standard groups.
Okay.
You're keeping that cost down by using that. There's two policies there, one that bites that down. And if you look at that third paragraph in that first one where we just show a optional plan with a lower deductible, you're buying a higher deductible and buying it down for the employees. If you just looked at that third paragraph where it says a flat $5,000 deductible, that would actually cost you more than what you're doing today. So that's just to show you, hey, what you're doing is the right thing. The plan works well. So
Sam just showed me, last year was 9.67, so
Okay.
this is actually better news. And very good. Any other questions for Larry?
Just, can you give me an explanation on the property portion?
on the property portion,
Yeah, it went up 22%, so I just wanted to make sure I understand.
so if you look at down below, a good share of that is there's 12,800 $27 of that increase is due to increased exposure. So, in other words, values of the properties have increased. Example, this building, I can't tell you the values right off the top of my head, but building costs have gone up, so replacement costs on buildings had to be increased, causing that that portion, that increased exposure to go up. So a portion of that is because we raised the values. The other portion would be the market that the insurance industry's in. You know, if you look across the Midwest, it's been pretty tough with derechos and windstorms and hail, particularly here in Iowa. So to see that stay at about 9% overall, of course, we're talking, that's pretty good. It's really good and real.
So these property values, are they based off of, like, the assessments that?
No. So a replacement cost, so it's based off an estimate what it takes to rebuild that property. Okay? Assessed values, market values have nothing to do with insurance. Insurance is a replacement cost, so therefore what it takes to rebuild the property.
Very good,
I know
thank you.
just on our value of the fire trucks, we've increased that, so that goes into this also.
Correct.
So if you're wondering where some of the increase comes from, I know firsthand we increased some of those.
With replacement cost, right?
Yes.
Right.
So fire trucks and ambulances are on replacement costs.
Right. Yeah. Fully understand that. Thank you for the explanation.
Okay?
Anything else for Larry? All right, Larry, thank you for being with us. We don't need to take any actions, just receive for information. And we appreciate you being here today.
Thank you for your business.
All right, let's move on then to item 7, the Code of Ordinances. If you look, Sam, why don't you just explain what you're asking, what you would recommend, what you're recommending we do here?
Thank you, Mayor. So at the May 17 meeting, first reading was approved of the entire Code of Ordinances. Since that time, Jennifer Mulhall with Simmering and Corey asked for some more time to complete a review, and this makes sense to do that in conjunction with the legislative updates, which are coming here in just several weeks. So we're asking for you to table second reading. The only thing that's time sensitive in the Code of Ordinances is the sewer rates, which take effect on July 1. So you're being asked to table second reading of the entire new Code of Ordinances, but to pass first reading of the sewer rates. You could waive second and third since you've already discussed the sewer rates, or had 2 opportunities to discuss it, once in April and then first reading last month, but you would have time for another reading if you wanted to have a second reading in 2 weeks.
Any questions for Sam?
Have we gotten any feedback on the sewer rates
Since
from the public?
we did the discussion that we had in April.
Beyond that, though?
Unless you guys heard anything?
Anything in the
I have
office?
not.
That was going to be my question as well, so. Okay. So,
Are these 2 different items?
yes.
That we're working on?
Yes.
So I'll move that we table the second reading until we have a better idea of what Simmering and Corey is up to.
Okay.
Minus the ordinance for sewer rates.
Right, because it's a separate.
Yep. Okay. Do we have a second for that?
Support.
Did you say you would? Okay.
A second by Ken. Any further discussion or clarification, questions? So we're tabling the bulk of the ordinances at this point, minus that one section. Okay, roll call, please.
Hint.
Aye.
Eggers.
Aye.
Farahona.
Aye.
Snyder.
Okay, so then the next thing, we've had a first reading on the ordinance amending sewer rates. We can move that forward to a second reading, which would be at our next meeting, because we need to have it in place by July 1st, correct?
You have time for one more reading. Or
Yes.
You could waive second and third.
Or we can
now,
wait,
it's up to
yes.
you.
So I'll take a motion indicating the direction you'd like to go with that at this time.
I feel like ample time has been given for comments, so I'm okay with going with the first reading and waiving second and third.
Okay, you're making that as a motion.
That's a motion, yes.
Okay. Do we have support for that?
Support.
Okay, further discussion? Anyone want to speak to having a second reading, perhaps? If not, we'll take roll call.
Hint.
Aye.
Eggers.
Aye.
Farahona.
Aye.
Snyder.
Okay. I think we are ready to move on then to reports. Sam? Anything from you?
Nothing to add.
Okay. Any comments you want to make along the line from the, on the Bethel property? I mean, you addressed it in your, it's,
Disappointed. I'm also encouraged by the update that Kurt has provided right next to it on what we're seeing out in Crossroads. So that's a positive.
okay. Let's move on into Todd. Anything from you today?
No, thank you.
Kurt, anything comments you want to make regarding
I
what?
just want to mention that tonight, first night, individuals will be checking into the new cobblestone this week. So it's pretty exciting. It's been a long project in the making. So they're full to capacity the rest of this week, the project's being
Hmm.
So drive by there tonight if you're ever in or around town. You have a good angle of it. You kind of watch the traffic there, but parking lot should be full. A lot of people in town, so it's exciting.
I had one of the workers from Steffes in yesterday, and he said they were hoping for today, and he didn't think they were going to make it. He thought that Thursday would be the first day, but I'm glad to hear that they got that open yet, but,
Last night he said, when I toured it, they had reservations for tonight that they had to fulfill.
oh.
Yeah, they did.
So,
And they were dealing with getting some FF&E stuff in last minute too with TV stands and
furniture.
furniture, so
Yeah.
it's been a scramble, but Brad's point, they have too much fixes they had to fulfill, so here we go.
So it looks nice. It's a nice addition to Sheldon, and they did a nice job on it.
Mhm. Few little items that they finished up yet. I know they're still working on stonework. They're limited by the,
Still don't work, but it's coming along.
it's the first time I've heard.
We got in, Jeff Formation was out there doing some landscaping,
Yeah.
so it looks nice.
So, very good. And that's all you have?
Real quick, ribbon cutting next week Friday morning. We'll send more information out for the trail project. So that'll be at 9:30 on the site of the trail. That's been buttoned up, primarily 99.99% complete, so we'll celebrate that next Friday.
So Kurt, is the trail open or not?
Yeah, it's open.
Okay.
People want to use it, there's been people using it, and kind of going around asking a little bit if people want to use it. We'll kind of celebrate the grand opening, the 16th. Todd and I talked about it with the Trails Committee. We could have probably promoted the ribbon cutting sooner, but with the unknown of the weather, gave ourselves a couple buffer weeks just for the grand opening part of it. So, but it's open, but we'll celebrate it next Friday.
Okay, thank you.
So, we took the opportunity Sunday night to drive or ride our bikes around, and that is a delightful part of the trail. It's just, it was just beautiful out there and riding around the pond and such, so that's good news. They really moved right along in that thing.
So I'll make note that I had an opportunity to speak with Stan Clay last night in regards to maybe the next phase of that project out there, and that is plantings of some trees and whatnot. So hopefully I can be able to share a little bit more from my chair moving forward on any efforts at this point of moving that ahead as well. So that'll be a nice cap to a really nice asset of having the trail. It has some trees that adorn it, so.
All right, Scott is not here. Angie, anything from you?
No, thank you.
Mike is not here. Council to my left, anything?
I've mentioned it to Sam and Todd and the mayor about the nice odor we have in our neighborhood occasionally and the nice odor that spreads through town. So I've had people call me and talk to me about it, and I said I would bring it up at the council meeting. So I hope there's a way we can address that.
Yes, yeah, I had not heard, until Brad talked to me about it, I had not smelled it.
Yeah.
That very night, I was sitting out on the deck thinking, oh, he texted me, can you smell it? And at that point, I couldn't, and a few minutes later, it drifted in, and it's like, oh, this is horrible.
Yeah.
So, I don't know
So,
what we can do about it.
Do we really have any recourse?
I don't know. I told my people I represent that I would bring it up at the council meeting.
Okay, yeah, I don't know
And I
what.
told each and every one of them to call the city, and call the mayor, and the fellow councilman.
Well, thank you, Brad.
It does come from the city of Sheldon. Some of it. So some of it is our responsibility. And it won't go back there again. So,
So,
I'm just the messenger.
So are you saying maybe we need a wind directional ordinance to add to this, or?
if you could pull that off.
Get hefty.
So,
Yeah. So, all right, anything else, either of you?
nope.
Council to my right.
No, thank you.
All right, just the only comment I have is the party is on this Friday and Saturday, Rice Fest. We've got 20,000 or more people coming to town. So we'll put our best foot forward, and we're looking to have a wonderful time celebrating with them. That's all I have.
I'd make the motion to adjourn.
Support?
Roll call, please.
Hint,
Aye.
Eggers,
Aye.
Snyder,
Aye.
Farahona.
Aye.
Dick, Rowan.